appreciate it. I know it's taking time out of your day, so we'll try to be brief, but I just wanted to share a little bit. I've kind of been experiencing some burnout and stress. And through the years, I've had cycles where, like especially in massage school, I was feeling really burnt out and worn down. And recently, this winter, and I've been leaning into having more caffeine and coffee, which would make me jittery and have a little energy, but then kind of crash. And I really wanted to just have more sustained energy. And God led me to Purium, which is the superfoods that we're going to be talking about today. And within the first couple of days of taking those, my energies felt a lot better, and I haven't been craving the sugar and the coffee or the chocolate like I had been before. And my energy is more sustained throughout the day. So we're just going to be sharing about that today. I want to introduce Camille, who you saw at the beginning. She's a friend of mine who lives in Chicago. She's a holistic mama of 4 kids, and she'll be telling us more about this business that I'm just starting to partner with. So go ahead, Camille.
Yeah, thank you all so much for being here today. We really honor your time here, so just appreciate you. And if Naomi invited you here today, it's because she truly loves you and cares about you and has something really special to share with you. So I wanted to just give a little bit of my story and just talk a little bit about Purium and, really what is Purium, and just enlighten and help to share a little bit of information today and support Naomi as well on this new adventure. So a little bit about my story is I had been suffering with severe chronic pain for several years. During my 3rd pregnancy, I felt my back go out. And at this point I was in high risk care, and the doctor didn't want me to do anything about it. I felt like I needed a chiropractic adjustment, but he said, trust me, the pain will go away after you have the baby. Well, because I was in high risk care, there was a lot of complications during that pregnancy, and we ended up not being able to sustain the pregnancy, and our baby passed stillborn. And that pain really manifested in my body, that emotional pain, and the pain in my back just continued to progressively get worse. As Naomi said, I'm a holistic mama, and I just really didn't want to go with the traditional model of surgery or heavy duty medications. And so I self-medicated with ibuprofen for about 4 years. I was taking about 2,000 milligrams of ibuprofen every day just to get through the day. And during this time, I had also been in close contact with a girlfriend of mine. Her name is Mary Beth Fleming, and you all will probably get to know her as you begin to follow Naomi and her journey. And if you decide to join us in what we're doing through this nutrition or our community, you'll just begin to learn more. So Mary Beth is somebody that I've known her whole life, and she's, really passionate about nutrition as well. And I had just been watching her and her journey, sharing about these superfoods. And I had honestly been praying for a solution for 4 years to get out of this chronic pain. And little did I know it was in the form of these superfoods. So when I began introducing it into my body, I noticed within just a couple of days that my pain was way down. And I wasn't quite sure what was going on. And, I inquired with Mary, and she just explained to me the components of this nutrition and how it drastically reduces inflammation in the body and really gets the body back to a place of balance. And at the same time, I was also really praying for a solution for our family to have a little bit of wiggle room in our finances. We had been struggling because of the pandemic. And also my husband was a full-time grad school student. His business had been suffering for a variety of reasons. And we were basically living off of student loans. At this point, I had another baby, and he was about 2. And I just knew that there was something I could be doing from home. And I remembered that there was an opportunity here to work in the social sharing economy. And so I reached out to Mary, and everything that she had shared with me about Purium was just really in alignment with my core values. And so I wanted to just kind of weave that into what Purium is and why partnering with Purium has been such an impact on my life. And Purium has been around for over 25 years as a company. Our founders, Dave Sandoval and Amy Venner, actually headed up the USDA organic certification so we could have quality standards on our foods. And that to me is very deep. I love the grassroots concept of our company and that we're privately owned and really working to regenerate the earth's soil. So that's one pillar of Purium, is really the planetary piece. If you know anything about commercial agriculture, you know that companies are heavily spraying crops with herbicides and pesticides, depleting the microbiome of our soil, and in turn depleting the food that we're receiving. If you go to the grocery store, what we're getting is just not what it used to be because of these chemical agricultural practices. So we're deeply vetted in restoring the soil. We're also very deeply vetted in partnership and alliance with small organic farms that are using these regenerative agricultural practices to deeply nourish the soil. And our company is actually committed to going plastic free. Currently, we've saved 175,000 pounds from plastic going into our landfill in our oceans. And our company has developed the first non-GMO home compostable packaging in order to really move that effort forward. So we're almost plastic free. We're getting there. We should be there by the end of the year. And that's something that just really means a lot to me. Another piece of the planetary aspect that Purium is committed to is reducing our carbon footprint. We've developed a food model that really cuts out a lot of the middle transport industry that is known for our traditional food model. If you think about going to the grocery store and buying a head of broccoli, first of all, where was that broccoli grown? Was it grown at the peak of ripeness? Then it's probably put on a truck. It's stored in refrigerated containers. It's transported again. We drive our car to the grocery store to pick it up, and it sits in our refrigerator. By the time it gets into our body after we cook it, there's very little nutrition there. So not only did Dave and Amy, the owners of our company, see that this was a real issue with our food supply, but also the planet. So we're working very diligently to develop a model, and we have implemented this model to reduce that carbon footprint. So all of our superfoods are grown in these rich regenerative soils, which helps to reduce CO2 in the atmosphere. We harvest everything at the peak of ripeness, and then it's wind dehydrated at low temperatures. Once it's gone through that process on the farm, it goes on one truck to our manufacturing facility, and then it's tested for any kind of contaminants. And then it goes on one truck out and is delivered directly to your door. So we're taking out a lot of those middle steps that really contribute to the carbon emissions on this planet. The second portion of our core values is health. People are completely depleted in our bodies because of the current agricultural system. And since we started, we've noticed an epidemic of health and disease being on the rise. And part of this problem is because of an herbicide called glyphosate. Glyphosate's the active ingredient in Roundup, and it's a water-soluble toxin. Therefore, it's in literally all our food. It depletes the topsoils, and so the soils are very void of nutrients. But what it does to our body is it destroys the gut microbiome. And Dave, being a visionary, he really saw this being an issue when glyphosate was introduced into our agricultural system in the early 80s. And he's developed a product that's actually the only product on the market that has been clinically proven to remove glyphosate from the gut microbiome. So if you want to learn a little bit more, please reach out to Naomi or myself, and we can get you plenty of resources about that. But you can just Google it and find all kinds of information. But glyphosate is linked to Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer, autoimmune, Alzheimer's, ADHD, autism, infertility, diabetes, gut issues. The list literally goes on. So can't unfortunately get around glyphosate. Shopping organic is, of course, our best option, but we have this solution that can really help people bring their body back to a place of vitality. And, it's kind of interesting. America is the most overfed and undernourished country in the world. And it's because of what's going on in our food supply. So not only did Dave and Amy see that this was a crisis, but they wanted to provide a solution. So we're very solution-based when it comes to all of these challenges that we all face. So, and that's one thing that was really important to me, was the health aspect. That's one thing that really attracted me to Purium. And I think Naomi as well. That's kind of how we connected, because of her holistic passion and lifestyle. So another pillar of Purium is wealth. And not only are people really struggling in their health, but finances as well. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck, and kind of a crazy statistic is the average American is just about $500 from complete financial disaster. Like if their engine blew in their car, or, they had an emergency come up, it could be a real bind and stress on that individual. So they wanted to create a system that could really help to support people in this way as well. And one thing that I really love about Purium is we have this beautiful Purium economy that allows us to really work on our terms. So we have our own business, but we're not working alone. We work in community. We are not trading our dollars for hours. We work from wherever we want. We can work from our phone. Anywhere that you have an internet access, you can, live your life and weave this into your day. I'm a super busy mom, and that's just how I do it, is I just weave it in. And this has been a true impact for our family financially. And one thing I really love about this economy as well is anyone can come in if you're heart-centered and you have a vision. You can come in with and get the free training, entrepreneurial leadership, and leverage systems that have already been put in place to really help the growth of your business. And another thing that I really love too is I get to collaborate with the most amazing people, and I get to work with my best friends. And there's kind of an interesting saying that this kind of work turns friends into family. And I just love that. That's somebody that Naomi has really become to me, as a true friend. And, we're building that relationship of family. So that's just another one of my big passions is, working in alignment with people that have the same values as myself, and, really moving this mission forward to help educate people about what's going on in our food supply and help people live a more vital life. And, one of the other components as well is purpose. And, I think that what I've said so far is kind of just weaving it in, but we really have a big mission here to spread this awareness. And we are locking arms with a community that deeply cares for the human population. In fact, the mission of our company and kind of our tagline is to end human suffering. So as you can see, I'm very passionate about it. It runs very deeply for me. And I love that I can be part of something bigger and not have to do it all by myself. By working in community in this way and supporting others towards their dreams, we all grow. So that's a little bit about me and Purium. And I'm just going to pass it back to Naomi now. And Naomi, I would love for you to just share some of your core values with us and why being in partnership with Purium has really helped to support your core values.
Thanks, Camille. Well, most of you know that I'm kind of a holistic advocate, I guess. And that's been my heart, is to help people on their wellness journeys through massage therapy for the past 3.5 years, or not half, over 3 years. So when this opportunity came, it just lined up with everything that I want to do to help people. And with massage, I can only give so many massages during the day or the week. And this was just another way that I can help people when they're not on the massage table. So all the things that Camille is sharing, just about being aware of what's going on with the planet, I think that we have an opportunity to be stewards, good stewards of the earth. And to me, this is a way to do that, as well as an opportunity to work at home and be with my family, and work around my schedule to still help bring in a little more income. Yeah, so that's kind of everything that she was sharing. I'm really thankful for the chance to work with Purium and with Camille and the other women that I've met. It is a really great community, and the training has been very supportive, and it's just been really great. So thank you.
Nice. Yeah, Naomi, I love that. And it's just been so beautiful watching you grow and really like just plug into what we have and sharing with your heart. I just appreciate that about you so much. So, you know, one of the things that we do here with Purium is we help people get back to their bodies back into a place of balance and equilibrium. And when we can deeply nourish our bodies on a cellular level with these superfoods grown in these regenerative soils, we really truly transform. And one of the things that we're really excited about right now is we're actually getting ready to launch a cleanse. It's a spring health reset, and we're going to be really deeply flooding our body with this organic nutrition, getting the glyphosate out of our system, getting in and just like and deeply resetting our gut, and just really revitalizing. And so that's one way that you can start to kind of poke around and experience this for yourself. And one thing that I would like for you to do now as we wrap it up is pick up your phone. And I would like for you to text Naomi one of these different things. So one is, I'm cheering you on, Naomi. I may not, and you may not be interested in what we're doing here today, but you love Naomi and you really support her and care about what she's doing. So that's one way you can support Naomi today. Another way is text her the word product. If you're curious about this upcoming health reset or any of the nutrition that we offer here, you can text her that and she can get you more information. And we could even get on a little health call and see how we could fine tune a program that would work for you. And the third way is business. So if any of this resonates with you and you're just curious to learn a little bit more, we have a lot of resources to share. And again, we'd be happy to just connect in with you and just explore, answer any questions that you might have and how this might work for you in your life. And then maybe you're just not interested in this at all, and that's okay. But maybe you know someone. Maybe your neighbor or your aunt said, you know what, I think I need to do a cleanse, or, you know, I have this brain fog and I don't know what to do about it, or I've got these aches and pains in my body and gosh, I'm kind of at my wit's end. And we have a solution for everything and for everyone. So we always appreciate referrals. And so if anybody comes to mind, you can text Naomi the word referral, and we can get in contact with your friend in that way. So I just wanted to thank you all for being here today. And Naomi, I'm going to let you wrap it up. And I think at the end of the Zoom, I'll stop the recording and we can just leave it open for a few minutes if anybody has questions. So Naomi.
Thanks, Camille. And thank you everybody for showing up. I appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me. So thanks everybody. Did anybody have questions or anything?